Greetings, this is the Mad Hermit. I am again trying to test the audio-visual capabilities of this new webcam system that I set up. Though I've tested it before, but I just wanted to try again just for the sake of it, just to be sure, and put another entry in on my blog. So basically, what I'm planning to do is probably just read a poem from one of my most favorite poets, Robert Frost. You know, being an English major while I was in college and, growing up loving poetry, I always found Frost to be one of the better American poets that are out there. Because, growing up I never really got into the beatnik stuff, so, and Frost was one of the poets that really stood out, as a good old slice of Americana to me. And one of the poems I'm going to read, obviously, is called Spoils of the Dead. I don't know how many of you heard about me. Some of you current English majors or you literary types out there might have heard about this poem. But I really found this poem very hard-hitting. And if you want to comment, feel free to comment. I'm not going to really leave that much room for commenting on my behalf. But I'll just, read the poem just for sake of it. And, if you want to listen, listen. If you want to respond, respond. Feel free to do whatever you please. So here it goes. Spoils of the Dead by Robert Frost. Two fairies, it was, on a still summer day, came forth in the woods with the flowers to play. The flowers they plucked they cast on the ground, for others and those, for still others they found. Flower guided it was that they came as they ran, on something that lay in the shape of a man. The snow must have made the feathery bed, when this one fell on the sleep of the dead. But the snow was gone a long time ago, and the body he wore nigh gone with the snow. The fairies drew near and keenly espied a ring on his hand and a chain at his side. They knelt in the leaves and eerily played with the glittering things and were not afraid. And when they went home to hide in their burrow, they took them along to play with tomorrow. When you came on death, did you not come flower-guided like the elves in the wood? I remember that I did. But I recognized death with sorrow and dread, and I hated and hate the spoils of the dead. Very, very powerful poem. One of the first Frost poems I read, besides Road Not Taken, which everyone's heard of or at least read at least once in their life. And, I really enjoyed how Frost really sets up the rhyme scheme and, the early stanzas to make it almost very beautiful, very Eden-like in a sense. And then that in turn sets up the last stanza to really hit hard, like Comes, to hit hard on the subject of mortality, the darkness of death. And it all just works in a very, very building type of way. I really found it very compelling. Again, for your convenience, I printed down the actual full poem on the entry below. You could just refer to it yourself. And, if you want, you could, click on the video link and then, read through as I read through if you want to be creative with it. Whatever. But, again, feel free to comment. And again, for future video entries I'm going to put on, I'll probably, majority of them would probably involve either me commenting about a poem that I like, or me reading a certain poem or work, or work from an author that, I found appealing growing up, whether it might be W.B. Yeats or C.S. Lewis, and a recent one, I believe her name is Anne Morrow Lindbergh, actually the wife of the Charles Lindbergh. Forgot his name. Okay, I can't believe I did that, but anyway, if you want to comment, again, feel free to comment, and that does it for this entry. Seems like everything works out.